egg. Sometimes we'll think that if I see the egg, will be tasty and nice. But in the other way, I will think sometimes like what happens if the egg is breaking from inside, but mostly we will do from outside. We will break the egg and we will eat it. But if it is breaking from inside, the new life will start. So this thing is teaching something to me. That is like I have some inner things, and I have my own interest and own curiosity, own creativity. Everything I have to bring it from my inside. If someone is forcing me to do something, that won't come out nicely and it won't do this purpose. But if I break myself and I found myself, then the total satisfaction and complete liveliness I will get. So this is the concept I will feel like to share with you. So we will go further to our class. Like today I am going to cover Young's modulus of elasticity and the bending of beams and how the derivations of bending beams will do that, and finally we will find Young's modulus for the cantilever. So we will do that here. Before going to that, we will get basic ideas like what is Young's modulus of elasticity. This is nothing but within the elastic limit the ratio of linear stress to the linear strain. So linear stress is nothing but I am applying force and two direction equal, not two direct, same linear one dimension, two opposite direction I am applying force, then that length will change. But different is that if I remove this force, then it will bring it back to the same condition, like this is the within the elastic limit. So if I apply force, it will get extended, elongated. That elongate the small length is the actual strain happened to the material. So stress is like the restoring force or a deforming force applied on the material, or it is, because both is same, like deforming force equal to restoring force. So it has to be Newton's third law. So in that case, then when I applying the stress, there will be change in material. That change is actually known as strain. So strain, the stress divided by strain has been calculated as a Young's modulus. So Young's modulus, like that we have rigidity modulus, we have a bulk modulus also. Then the beam. What is a beam? If I say something like this can be anything like in a rectangular shape or circular shape or I shape, which has to be used to support some structure. Then only it has to support that loads applied on the structure, any material, any vehicles or anything like bridges, some constructive material, constructive sites. You can see that there is a lot of beams to support that floor. Likewise, so it can be anything like a cantilever shape or two-ended fixed-ended shapes, or something like simply supported. So they will keep it on that floor. Here you can see one image which shows that the fellow is giving support and the weight is bending that beam. So he is having a bar. So you consider that bar is a beam. So it is bending. So that bending idea we need to study detailedly. In that case, you see, if I taken some rectangular shape, any shape is okay for us. So we'll keep it simplified. So rectangular shape. Rectangular shape, I have kept it like ABCD. In between middle we have a neutral surface, that called actually neutral surface. Why it is so is, if this bending is happen on this material like this case, what happens is outside above the neutral surface it is extending and below it is compressing. So this length will decrease and this length is increase. In that case the neutral surface will not change anything. That change will not that length will not change. Only the above surface will extend. This below surface will be reduced from that size because of the force. So that's why it is the neutral surface and neutral axis. Other things we'll see that if it is in a cantilever shape and the bending how it is happening, because of this load this bending is occurred. So see this video. So bending is occurred in this plate. So people the fellows are jumping. So that's why this bending is occurred. So now our problem is very curious, like a child how to solve this problem. We have something like a bending beam and we know we need to found this Young's modulus for this beam. Or the importance is Young's modulus will determine how the material and strength will be. So that's why then only we can use it in all the applications. So that we have to do this derivation things. So we'll go for. Now we came to that point, that bending moment of a beam. So that beam is, we'll take it as said earlier, like ABCD, and with the neutral surface is MN. So you can see after bending it makes some angle curve, that we'll pick two points like PQ in the neutral surface and P dash Q dash in the top surface. That is actually it makes some distance from the neutral surface to origin, that is radius of curvature, that is theta, and distance is x. So now I consider the POQ triangle. In the triangle has the angle is theta. Now the length of the PQ you can calculate, that is simply that r into theta based on the earlier ideas, triangle ideas. Now the length of the P dash Q dash is just I am going to add the length of extra length at x, r plus x into theta, because this length will be increased by x. Now the change in length is simply I can write it as P dash Q dash minus Q dash PQ. Okay, so this will give the change in length. From this point you can see that is happening. And then strain. So actually strain is change in length in divided by original length. So here the change in length, simply I can write it as P dash Q dash minus PQ, that is r plus x theta minus r theta, divided by the original length, I can write it as r theta. So then it will get cancels out, that r theta minus r theta cancels out. I will remain with x theta and divided by r theta. So theta also cancels. I will have only strain as x by r. Now the thing is that for Young's modulus, I have to find Young's modulus, which can be written as stress divided by strain. Okay, this can be already we seen it earlier, the stress divided by strain, but here my point is not to find Young's modulus. Instead I am going to write for stress. Stress here I will name it as Young's modulus, I will name it as y, and stress I sigma divided by epsilon, epsilon for the strain. Okay, now you see that I have to find, I have to write in terms of stress. So stress can be Young's modulus into strain. So Young's modulus, just I will keep it as y, capital Y. Okay, I don't, earlier later I will confuse. So capital Y is Young's modulus xy by r. Okay, then the stress is written as force into force divided by actual area, it is cross sectional area. Okay, so here the cross sectional area I will keep it as delta A, but force here we don't know, but stress we know. Okay, so now I have to write it as force divided by area. Now I can find force. Force is stress into the area, but area for which layer? Particular layer is delta A. The delta A layer we are going to find the force. That force is sigma, the stress into the actual area taken place here. So del Yx by r for the stress and delta A for the area. Then this delta A area is for only the particular layer, not complete the layer from neutral surface to the x distance layer. Okay, so for the beam, but it is not complete beam, so we are going to take only particular layer from the x distance from the neutral surface. And the bending moment of bending in layer. So moment of bending is comes from the torque, moment of force, in that case that is perpendicular distance, force into perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance is that simply that x, because if you see neutral surface to that, force acts on this direction, its perpendicular distance is x. So I can add that, multiply that x, so then it is y by r x square delta A. Okay, this is for only that particular layer, but if I do for x can be vary from x neutral surface 0 to complete x value. So in that case that is complete x. Okay, so all the x's I can sum it up, then it will be I can write as sum I. So that I is geometrical moment of inertia, that is x square delta A. Okay, you can write geometrical moment of inertia of a rectangular shape. So geometrical moment of inertia rectangular shape, then that has breadth b and thickness d, that can be written as b dq by 12. Like a moment of inertia, this one also we can find, but it varies, the cross sectional area is varying. This is for IR, that is a rectangular geometrical moment of inertia. In case of circular moment of inertia, its axis is our axis, center of axis, then neutral axis, then it is pi r power 4 by 4. Like that we can able to write. Now this sum of bending moment of all layer is the internal bending moment of the beam. Okay, that is yi by r. So with this we can go further to find how much depression is taken place in the cantilever case. Cantilever, you can see that because of the weight that is bending happen, that means I have taken the length of the cantilever is a to b. A is fixed and b is taking the stress and it is bending because of that weight, and this length is L. I am picking 2 points PQ, that we from P is X and P2 the other than this L minus X. So complete length is L X. So I picked up another point Q, that distance is dx. So here you can see that for the area for the arc it is taken d theta angle. Okay, now because of the weight this external bending is W L minus X, because the W is the force and L minus is the perpendicular distance from the point P, and the internal bending is yi by r. Now important thing is that at equilibrium position this external bending equal to internal bending. Okay, so this should be equal, then only this happens, because how much externally we are applying, same way that internal bending is taken within the material. So that W L minus X yi by r. Okay, now you can look at that. Now I need to do one thing, that is to understand this bending properly. That means the length distance PQ, that is dx, and then you can see that can be written as the curve radius of curvature is r, the distance is r and the angle is d theta. So dx can be written as r d theta like earlier. Now another one more point I have taken is CD. Okay, CD is some small distance dy, complete distance is y, small distance is dy, and length is so this can be written as L minus X distance and d theta. So this can be we can equate to d theta. D theta is dx by r, or otherwise I can write it as dy by L minus X. So these two things I can equate, like dy by dy L minus X equal to dx divided by r. So now unknown is r. So this r I can write it like dy by dx, sorry, mistake, dx by dy L minus X. So it can be written as in denominator as dy by dx. So it will come in denominator like dx by dy. So write it r as dx by dy L minus X. Okay. So now yi by down is dx, numerator is dy. So dy by dx L minus X. So this way it has been written. And then I have to rewrite for dy, the depression, how much depression it taken place. So I can down whatever numerator is going to upward, numerator, then w L minus X whole square divided by yi dx. Now I have to integrate for the complete bending length, that is complete bending how much it is 0 to y, and other side how much x I can earlier had it only up to some particular point P, now I can extend it to complete length, then complete 0 to L. So this one I have to I am integrating integration like L minus X whole square, not a cube, whole square. So that can be written L minus X is written as L square plus X square minus 2XL. The integration is 0 to L. So W y by L y I are constants, that will not change. So L square, so if I do the integration, then L square just dx will be x, and other case x square will goes to x cube by 3 minus 2x L 2x, x is integrated to x square divided by 2. So this integration is 0 to L. So I have to replace in terms of L, all L, I have to replace all x will be replaced with x. So first L square x is L square into L, so that is L cube plus another L cube divided by 3 minus x square at L square into L, so L cube. So this will cancel, L cube plus L cube minus L cube cancel, so we'll left with L cube by 3, y L cube 3yi. So finally I have to change that W, that W is nothing but mg, mass into acceleration, gravity, that is g, so L cube by y 3ly. So now this is the formula for depression in the cantilever. So now I can rewrite Young's modulus, like I have to bring denominator y, the capital Y to be numerator, that is Young's modulus can be written as L cube divided by 3y I. So here the I for the rectangular case, that is b d cube divided by 12. So I have to write it for this Young's modulus, our bar. So mg L cube divided by 3 bd cube, that y small y are cancels, then finally this can be written as 4 mg L cube divided by bd cube y small y, that is a depression taken place. So in this, with that I can able to write complete final solution for this. So we have done for Young's modulus. This is the final formula for the cantilever case. Instead I can use it for other techniques like uniform bending or non-uniform bending method. Then this will change slightly because of the value r that we have found earlier, that is radius of curvature will vary for the uniform and non-uniform bending, and other cases like based on your experiment you can do that. So the same idea, this the theory, we can build that experimental setup. There we will make our pin in this point and we will focus on the pin, and the bending, how much each weight we will check for the bending length, because dy we can measure, so that we can able to find the value for dy. So what are the things is we found here is this is simple formula, like m mass we are applying, how much weight we are adding, the g is gravitational constant because this is the loading weight m, and this L is, we know what is the length of the cantilever from the fixed end, and bd cube it can be measured for the material because that breadth and thickness can be measured with any material, and the y is depression, that only we have to do with the experimenting. So with that we can able to do that experiment, okay, so that this can be easily done in our labs. So you can able to understand, main important point is that this curvature, radius of curvature, how we are finding the derivation thing is only dependent on this point. So we are taking these two angles to be equal, because this perpendicular length this makes some 90-degree angle, because we are taking tangential lines, that C and D are two tangential lines for the P and Q points. So with that we can able to understand these derivations. If you have any doubts, anything, you can post it in this link, in this YouTube link, and if you like this video you can put like also. Thank you.